been a special element in IUCN, not scientists, but lawyers. But we learned. We had always to see, yeah, how we adopt, yeah, we accept the aspects.
Thank you so much. Yeah? No? Okay, thank you so much. Looking at the past helps not only for some good memories, but it helps to avoid to do the same mistakes that we did in the past. It also helps to see our present in a more objective way and plan the future with much more care. We have learned many things from our elders in this session, but for me, the most important thing is that today is the day to do things. That today, not tomorrow, we can change things. And we have in front of us the best example that great things can be done. Thank you so much for your assistance here.
I'd like to have your patience for just one more thing. In addition to IUCN being that institution that really first perhaps came up with this obvious connection between the environment, sustainable development, if you will, that there must be hundreds of examples of these quiet ways that IUCN has made a difference in policies and plans and behaviors that we have come to take for granted. And I personally know one example. In the meeting in Ashok, there was a discussion about deep sea mining. This is 1970, whatever it was, 77, 78. Deep sea mining. I mean, who was worried about it then? Well, the concern was about manganese nodules. It sort of derailed the law of the sea because the developing nations were concerned that the developed nations who had access to the deep sea might, take in ways that other countries could not because they couldn't get to the deep sea. Well, yeah, the precautionary principle of trying, since we didn't know really what was there, a resolution, this sometimes ponderous process whereby the whereases and the wherefores, and you come up with this language that seems like, who's going to ever care about this? Well, IUCN actually came up with a resolution that there would be stable reference zones established in the deep sea. Sorry, a recommendation to the nations of the world that when deep sea mining takes place, there would be areas of equal quality established, because we didn't know, we still don't know, but to recognize that this was an issue. And so who cares? Here was this resolution. Well, one thing did happen. A copy of that resolution made its way to the office of then Senator Lowell Weicker, who was putting deep sea mining legislation before the US Congress. And almost verbatim, that resolution, not with the whereases, but the very sense of it, with stable reference zones. And the concept behind it made it into US law in 1981. Still there.
You remember very good time.
I do. And now it's a big deal. I mean, that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So some of these things grew very slowly, but they emerge because there are people who care, people who know. And the world generally doesn't know. But here we are, grateful for this concept. We couldn't call it protected areas in the deep sea. Stable reference zones was a language. I mean, it's ponderous, but it made it in. And otherwise, it would never have made it. So again, language and being looking at the future. So thank you, IUCN, for everything that has been going on.
Elders.
I had fully forgotten.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're fine.